This last week I was at Disneyland, and when I was at Disneyland I learned a couple of very important lessons, okay? Like how characters add to the kinetic energy of a land. You can see this very well on display at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, a land that doesn't otherwise have a lot of kinetic energy. There's no people movers, there's no railroads, it's just the characters. And I'm gonna say it, nobody else is gonna say it, Avengers Campus does this the best out of anywhere else in the entire resort. Better than Main Street USA, Toontown, Avengers Campus has the characters. And I am a proud Avengers Campus apologist. I truly do love the land. Could it be better? Yes, there are aspects that could improve, but overall, I think a lot of people are a bit too harsh on this old Marvel themed area. So in today's quick video, I wanted to tell all the haters, I wanted to tell all the admittedly sometimes correct critics how they might be wrong about Avengers Campus. First off, I gotta mention that Pim's is literally the only place to eat breakfast at Disney California Adventure if you want like food prepared for you. You can get a breakfast corn dog, you know, you can get egg bites other places like Starbucks, but if you want a nice good old-fashioned breakfast, Pim's is where you gotta go. And you know, for a land that's lacking attractions, having 2 e-tickets isn't bad. And now you're saying to yourself, wait a second, Web Slingers is absolutely not an e-ticket. And my friend, I say to you, if Toy Story Midway Mania is an e-ticket, then Web Slingers is an e-ticket too. They're the same ride, except Web Slingers is better. This is not up for debate. This is a rant video. Let me get my thoughts out, and then you can go to the comments. Oh boy. Now you're all at the same time in unison all saying to yourselves out loud right now, you can't just boldly claim that Web Slingers is better than Toy Story Midway Mania without giving the reasons why you think it's better, even though it's not. But here's the crazy thing. It is. So they're both shooting gallery rides, right? Sure, you have to wear 3D glasses for both of them. Okay, fine. Toy Story Midway Mania does not have a single rider line, huh? Web Slingers does, and you don't have to touch a gun. There's no apparatus for Web Slingers. You're just blasting webs anywhere and everywhere you want to, and sometimes you can have something that improves your web blasting, but you don't need it. Okay, we got best this hour. I wasn't even using any ride DLC, you know, that was all me, okay? I'm good at that ride. Toy Story Mania, you got to pull the little yarn switch lever thing, and then you get your hands all gross, and sometimes it doesn't register properly, and you don't know where you're aiming. It's a whole thing. I try not to talk about Toy Story Midway Mania, okay? Let's stick to the Web Slingers part. The only thing I will give Midway Mania or Mania over Web Slingers is they do have that Mr. Potato Head animatronic, which is pretty cool when he's working, which he never is. And then you have Mission Breakout. Don't get me started on Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. You know, when they announced this ride, everyone was claiming that this was it. This was the end of Walt Disney Imagineering. This was the end of Disney's creativity. But you know, when it opened, a lot of people got really, really quiet. Because we still have the original over in Orlando at Hollywood Studios, which also, do not touch that, Disney. Please, just keep the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror at Hollywood Studios, okay? Please. The ride is now more family friendly, more fun, and more popular than it ever has been before. And did I mention it? Did I mention the fact that Figment is present in this land? He's only present in one other theme park in America. Can you guess which theme park that is? That's right, you guessed right, it's Epcot, okay? The second best Disney park in the whole world. And if I can get just a little piece, just a tiny little fraction of Epcot anywhere I go, I'm gonna take it. Mission Breakout is that tiny little piece of Epcot at Disney California Adventure. Okay, sure, fine. You know, the rides may be serviceable, that's fine, but there's supposed to be 3 of them. Why are there only 2? The Avengers e-ticket, that's never going to open. And my friends, you're wrong, because recently we got this piece of concept art showing us the final ride vehicle for the Avengers e-ticket. What is it going to be? I don't know. We'll talk more about that next week. This video is in no way a trailer for next week's video because I forgot to make one and I was at Disneyland all week. No, this was put together with a lot of care and a lot of attention to detail, etc. The food, I mean, come on, the food, you got Pim's Test Kitchen, you have the tasting lab, which honestly, cocktails leave a lot to be desired, but the food there is delicious, and you got the shawarma palace. Come on, who doesn't love a little bit of shawarma? The entertainment. Have you ever seen the Doctor Strange magic show? Come on, it's very short, it's very simple, but goodness if it's not a great show, okay? And I thought for sure that Thor was not scheduled to appear in my show, but apparently he shows up every time. Sometimes it's someone new, but usually it's Thor. That 6-year-old plant in the audience did a really good job of selling the fact that he really actually did want Thor to come on stage. stage. Good job, kid. I mean, you got the Dora Milaje walking out there, leading everybody in a battle chant. You got Spider-Man swinging over the roofs, actually swing over the roof. He only does it one time, and it's one roof, but it's really cool when you see it. And they used to have a big Hulk-looking guy who would come out and say hi to everybody. I don't know if they do that anymore, but he was pretty neat. And at this point, I'm just rambling, so I'm gonna tie it back to what I talked about at the beginning. Yes, this land doesn't have a railroad. It doesn't have a waterfall. It doesn't have a people mover or a monorail, but what it does have are cast members giving it their all as these characters. And it also used to kind of have Rogers the Musical. I mean, that was kind of the Hollywood backlot, but it was also kind of Avengers Campus. Next time you're at Avengers Campus, just sit for a little while and take in the atmosphere around you. Find a shady spot, no matter how rare those may be, and look for the characters. Get in line to meet Black Widow. Have a conversation with Captain America, and realize that Avengers Campus is actually pretty dang good. And then when that e-ticket opens, forget about it. Forget about it. Get out of town. And like I said, this video is put together with the utmost care and the utmost planning and script writing, so if it seems sort of cobbled together and random and out of nowhere, okay, that's just you. Those are your own biases showing. You happen to be wrong about this video, but also you're wrong about Avengers Campus. Unless you like Avengers Campus, then you're right. This is the end card now, the end card for the video. That's it, that's the end, everybody. Thank you so much for watching this really quick and really well thought out video this week. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please hit the like button. I'm not expecting too many likes this week. And if you're new around here, hit the subscribe button. We are back to our regularly scheduled programming next week, so do not worry about that. I have a nice, good, meaty, full-length, full production video coming on the future of the Avengers e-ticket, what it could possibly be, where it could possibly be, and what it would mean for the rest of the land. So keep an eye out for that, because I'm sure you're gonna like it a little bit more than this one, unless you really do empathize with the fact that Web Slingers is better than Toy Story Midway Mania. Then you might like this one more. The names you see scrolling past on your screen right now are the names of my supporters over at patreon.com/offhanddisney. They get early access to some videos, and maybe exclusive access to some Patreon exclusive videos. I'm working on those right now, actually, as we speak. Actually, I'm recording this as we speak, but later on I'll be working on later on in the day. As I record this, I'll be working on those. A very big thank you to them, and if you want to join their ranks, you can. For even just $1 a month, that gets you access to most of the perks. That's patreon.com/offhanddisney, and a huge thank you once again to all of them. Feel free to follow me on my other social medias. I am at offhanddisney on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. You can find me on all of those other places, uploading and sharing content that just absolutely confounds the mind, you know? But that, I think, about wraps it up, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I will see you next week in the next video. That's right. Goodbye.